to be fair, Aidan Heaven's major. I love him. He's such a good player. Technically, he's a very good player. He's got the great size. He's almost the perfect centre-back. He's so chilled. Even in his interview, he's just so chilled and relaxed. And I think keeping a clean sheet is the most important thing for defenders. I thought Lisandro Martinez was terrific today. Defended really well. Played some great passes out from the back. And that's got to be the blueprint going forward. Keep some clean sheets. And if they do that, they'll be a problem for a lot of the teams.
Well, this is Martinez and some of his moments in the game, making his first start since Feb, captaining the side today as well. That was his first little turn as well. Great little turn. That's what he gives you. He's so composed on the ball. He can relieve pressure. Watch this for a pass. Ooh, little reverse one. Little number 10. It's like a number 10 pass. And he's smart and he's composed. Literally, he's got like a sat nav in his foot. He's just finding people, putting postcodes in. I love that one. And you know what, even here, it looks nothing. He's in the right position. Yeah. That is the most important thing. Having this guy back fit and healthy, Argentinian international, he's honestly...
What he's questioned, obviously, is his size at the back. Yeah. But you see with that header at the end, his timing, his spring as well, and his legs. He's reading the game so well as well. It's great to have him back. I think you see Ruben, he's buzzing to have him back. He took him off, I think, with 5 minutes to go, whatever, just to give an innovation for him as much as anything, because it's been a long road back for recovery, but it's a real positive for Man United. Yeah, Ruben Amorim, had mentioned suffering because they changed the way in which they set up when Casemiro went off, and it invited a lot but well, it was his decision to take Casemiro off, and even Casemiro was questioning, going, me? What am I coming off for?
I've only won 4 Champions Leagues.
But it was an early shout, and there was a message to Newcastle as well. They go, right, we're going to sit and defend this 1-0 lead. Are you good enough to break us down? And the answer was no. Yeah. So Ruben's sitting at home now going, it was the right decision. But at the same time, had they conceded, we all going, why is he making that decision so early in the game? Because Casemiro didn't look as if he was tired or leggy or anything. He was playing quite well. So it was a big decision to make for the manager, but he got it right because they got the 3 points. Yeah, another frustrating away day for Newcastle. It is frustrating, yeah. 1 victory away from home all season, that was Everton. And it seems 1 good result, 1 bad result. And the bad result 9 times out of 10 is away from home. It's really... worrying, concerning how poor they have been away from home, and Eddie Howe will have to get that right if they want to get back in European places. Yeah, particularly frustrating when you consider the players that Manchester United were missing.
Yeah, big time. Obviously, with a lot of players at AFCON and the injuries to Bruno Fernandes, the most important player. But United in the Champions League places, they've missed so many opportunities. But today was a huge win for them.
Yeah, so let's go back to Old Trafford. We're going to hear from some of the Manchester United players, including the man who scored that incredible goal to win the game, and one of those at the heart of the defence, as United kept only their 2nd clean sheet of the season. Here's Patrick Dorgu and Aidan Heaven.
Aidan, Patrick, congratulations. Aidan, first of all, that felt big tonight.
It was finally a clean sheet, We've been waiting for this for a couple of weeks, and I'm just so happy, And yeah, this guy here, he helped us get there. So yeah, I'm just so thankful for everyone that helped us.
And this guy here, Patrick, I spoke to you before the game. You were feeling confident. You said you yourself had watched Newcastle and you thought of a way of trying to expose them. What a hit!
Yeah, it was a good hit. I didn't know I could do that, but but I was very happy to score my first goal in the stadium as well. So it was amazing.
Yeah, just talk us through that goal though, because Ruben Amorim has spoken about perhaps maybe a little bit of nervousness and not so much confidence, but in the last few games and tonight, you just look so comfortable.
Yeah, I just took what he told me as to work, on my confidence and stuff. And I think I did well today. And I just looked at the ball and I saw it drop and I just hit it. So. Yeah.
Did he talk to you about your finish or how to finish even?
No, I've been practicing in training, so I think that's what helped me.
And Aidan, in terms of the defence, you talk about the clean sheet, and so much has been made about this formation, whether it's a back 3, a back 4, and goodness knows what it was by the end. Did it feel more balanced for you tonight?
Yeah, it was different again. Obviously, I was playing on the right side. It's obviously my weaker foot, but the manager, we play loads of formations with him, and whatever he does, we know it's going to work. And obviously, you saw today, and I'm just so proud of the team.
OK, let's get some more post-match reaction from the Manchester United boss. Here's Ruben Amorim.
Ruben, that felt pretty big tonight. Old Trafford on its feet at the end of that game.
Yeah, we had to suffer all together in the stadium. In the game, really difficult for us. I think we did a a good first half, and then the second half we just defend and try to do something with Cunha, and we had our opportunities, of course, in the second half with transitions, but it was a good win. But I had so many games here saying that we play really well and we didn't get the 3 points. Today was the opposite. I think we suffered together and we managed to win the game.
I was watching Casemiro and Luke Shaw, particularly in the added time, right at the very end, and although they were encouraging the team, there just seemed to be a sense of nervousness and just wanting to get it over and done with.
Yeah, because I think we spend a lot of times with each other. We had some low moments, and that sometimes can bring good things to the group. But it's good to have that feeling, to have experienced players helping the kids, some of the kids inside, in helping the team, understanding that we are suffering. It doesn't matter if you are outside the pitch, you can play the game, and I think everyone played the game.
Can I ask then, did you feel better with the back four, the formation, the shift tonight?
No, I think it was the in the first half. I think we showed that. I felt that was the only way to create more danger, to have more opportunities. Was with the back four, with a lot of guys inside. Even to kick the ball, because I remember the game from last year. We lost 1-against-1 outside, so we just tried to imagine the game and to help the players to feel comfortable.
Ruben Amorim has been so rigid with this formation of his, and then tonight he changes it to a back four. He felt they would be more dangerous that way. He changes the way Patrick Dorgu's position on the field, and he gets a goal from him as well, and a clean sheet.
Yeah, and I think obviously he's missing some super important players, especially in the attacking positions. Some of the players at AFCON, Bruno Fernandes is out with a calf injury, so he's had to tweak it. And do you know what? I think it's the best thing you can do as a manager. Be flexible. I think if you're always going to play the same way, you become predictable. I think right now in the last 3 games, he's shown that he can adapt. In the first half, they played a back four. And you know what? They actually look quite comfortable forward. And one of the big differences was the fact was, you see there the back four, Shaw, Martinez, Heaven, and Dalot. That's the midfield. Casemiro, and then Dorgu was the one, he was playing as a winger. As a winger, he's a left back or a left wing back, and he's playing as a right winger. But you know what, I thought shape-wise it kind of worked, and then obviously Casemiro came off at half-time, he couldn't believe it, 60 minutes, sorry. And then he tweaked the formation again, and rather than play a back four, he went back to kind of he had a back four, but he almost had 2 defenders in, so it was almost like a 6. And in the second half, I think they only had 20-odd% possession. He just thought, right, we'll get a lead, and then we're going to sit and defend. Shay mentioned Newcastle couldn't break them down. All they do is kind of cross it. And the big thing is, Tyler Fletcher came in there, and I thought it was amazing for a young lad to come in such an important game for them to get into the Champions League place. And I thought he played really well. Mason Mount went off injured at half-time. And you see there, they got that defence in their shape. But the midfield boys, everybody did their job, and Newcastle couldn't break them down.
Yeah, I mean, he made that decision early. I think it was after an hour. He said, we've got our noses in front. We're I think Owen hits the nail on the head about the personnel. They're missing so many key players at the minute. You know, you talk about attacking players, but at the back, De Ligt and Maguire, and there's so many players out of this. So Ruben's obviously gone and goes, do you know what, we've got our nose in front. We're at home at Old Trafford. We've got something to hang on to. And he also said in his interview, you know, we've played much better than this and lost games. You know, people after the game saying to me, well done, Ruben, your team looks good, but we've got nothing to show for it. Yeah. It wasn't vintage Man United, but you know what? They dug in, a lot of young players on the pitch. They got 3 points. It was a big night for Man United and for Ruben Amorim.
And now food for thought for him as well, because, you know, they changed things to a more familiar back line in the second half. They suffered, as he said. Do you think he now considers the way they played and set up in the first half more?
Well, it's interesting because he did start with a back four, and that's the first time in his whole time in Manchester United he's ever done that. So after 5 or 10 minutes, whatever it was, Eddie Howe was probably not even set up. He goes, we had to go down with a tactical sort of meeting with his team, Lewis Hall and Ramsey, the goalkeeper, and on. We have to try and change something here because no one's ever seen Man United not play with a back 3 or a back 5. And again, I think Rowan's right. You've got to be flexible. You know, you've got to be versatile. You've got to play to your strengths, play to the players' positions, their best strengths. And again, stubborn Ruben, like most managers are, but it might even give him food for thought over the last few weeks. Yeah. He's tweaked a few things, and the results have been good.
Yeah, first win at Old Trafford in the Premier League in 4 games, and it means that they are now level on points with Chelsea and Liverpool, with those 2 still to play.
Yeah.